In the creative media industry, many people tend to work as freelancers, but there are multiple types of working patterns. Full-time employment is working for one employer with a set number of working hours per week. Part-time employment is working for one or more employers for part of a day or week. Freelancers work for themselves, offering their skills to employers on a project-by-project basis via their own contracted terms. This is the opposite of a permanent contract, where the employee is given a secure job with no fixed end date and set benefits. Freelancers in media tend to use a selection of working contracts: temporary, short-term, full or part-time with no guarantee of further work when the job is complete; casual work, 1 or 2 days of work paid by hourly rates until the job is completed; shift work, working a set number of hours per day and then switching to another employee to ensure a broadcast stays on air for 24 hours; or voluntary, unpaid work that helps media graduates to start careers by gaining experience and contacts. Advantages of working freelance include flexible hours, choice of client work, contracts and location to work from, earning more as all profits are yours only, chance to develop multiple skills through different projects, and responsibility solely for yourself. Disadvantages of working freelance include no job security or fixed income, as work can be inconsistent, no employer benefits for health, retirement, vacation or sick pay, responsibility to find all equipment and resources for yourself, difficulty of balance between business and personal time, and obligation for finding your own work and clients. In the media industry, it is important for freelancers to keep up to date with all technology updates to maintain their skills and workflow. Becoming a member of a professional body or union can also give them advice on training opportunities. Creative bodies such as Creative Skillset support individuals by providing apprenticeships, trainee placements, and specific training courses to help qualify and provide jobs for freelancers. Creative funding companies in the UK, such as BFI Film Fund, can support a feature film's development, production and distribution through investing lottery funds in new and professional freelance filmmakers. Online database websites such as Bectu.com and ProductionBase.com act as resources for promoting freelancers and current freelance jobs. LinkedIn is another professional online business network for creating contacts and prospective clients. In order to maintain their workflow, most freelancers use a visual online portfolio of work to show prospective clients their creative talent, industry experience, stronger successes, range of skills and abilities of freelancer to impress and instill confidence in them. In the media industry, there are 8 types of job roles: management, production management; financial, production costing and profits; organizational, organization of all production necessities; administrative, production paperwork; creative, production designing; technical, production knowledge and skills; editorial, post-production knowledge and skills; research, factual research for production. As a representative from the media industry, I am interviewing Dennis Pemberton, a previously freelancing photographer and camera operator and a current part-time media teacher, to discuss what it was like working as a freelancer in the film and TV industry.
I've been a lot of cameraman and I've also been a photographer. The camera work was 24/7. You were just always just waiting for that phone call. As a freelance, you just have to wait for the phone calls to come in. So it could be in the middle of the night you get a phone call to cover for somebody. Depends, it really does. So it's really a 24/7 job. Mine used to vary from a week to a month to 3 months to 6 months to a year, depending on the job. I used to set my own contracts. They would ask me to work for them for a certain amount of time, and I would issue them with a contract the other way around. It would be done on an hourly rate, and it would be contracted for X amount of hours per day for a certain amount of time. After I sort of got into the freelance field, in those days I used to charge £165 an hour. I left school with no qualifications. I was fortunate and unfortunate, it depends which way you look at it. My dad worked for a film company, and he dragged me in there screaming at 15 and said, "You will work in films." And I spent 3 years training as a lighting cameraman. I went freelance at 19, so I was really, really young. I was probably the youngest freelancer in the country at that point. I had connections which was good, so they employed me and it helped me for the rest of my career. I used to belong to the ACT, which is the Allied Cinematographic Television Technicians Union.
Right.
All the time I worked as a cameraman, that's the union I belong to. They were very active. There's a very famous strike, if you go on the internet you'll find it, it was the Kodak strike, which sucked the funds dry out of the ACTT. It used to make sure we got a reasonable rate of pay, made sure that if you were young like I was when I went in, that you actually got the correct training. There was opportunities within the company, so they made sure that the opportunities were there, progression was made sure that it was there.
Okay.
So it was, yeah, they were very, very good. I had a small advert in the local ACTT paper, used to put a small advert in there. But basically it was word of mouth. You would be working on a set, people would say, well, I'm doing something in 3 months' time, would you be interested? You'd say, yeah, and they'd contact you when that job came along. So it was basically word of mouth, and I think in those days, a lot of it was about people you work with and the jobs they worked on. They would then tell the directors, the producers about you, and it was very much a closed shop when I started. I was working for MGM. That's who I got all my training from and everything like that. And then after 4 years, having been a cameraman for a year, somebody contacted me and said, would you be prepared to leave MGM and come and work for me for 6 months as a lighting cameraman? I'll give you X amount of money. At the time I wasn't sure. I spoke to a few people and they said, go for it, you've got nothing to lose. But what I found was most of the cameramen were freelancers. That particular part of it, for some reason, had a lot of freelancers in it as opposed to contracted working for companies. There were advantages of being freelance. You could say no to jobs you don't want to do and yes to those you wanted to.
Yeah.
Once I'd done it, you can pick and choose whatever you want. I used to go on holiday for at least 3 months a year.
No.
If you was on a break and somebody offered you a job that was important, you would take it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Because you need to keep working. Once you reject people, they'll go and find somebody else and then they'll go to that person all the time. So you need to be very careful in the way that you choose and reject your jobs. If I'd stayed at MGM, I would have been stuck shooting a particular style of film continuously.
Yeah.
Once I got out of there, I managed to work on things like Superman, Star Wars, so it was just the opportunities were there that weren't there within MGM. You've got to have an accountant, especially a creative one. They're very, very important. They can save you a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah, very important. Don't do it yourself. Pay the accountant, he will pay for his own wages in what he'll save in tax.
Yeah.
But I've maintained the same accountant for 45 years. I don't work in films anymore. I've switched from films. I still do the photography part-time, but my main work now is teaching film and TV. So it's a case again of who you know, your reputation as a teacher, your knowledge, which is really, really important. I used to have a show reel, which was on 35mm, which was the big rolls of film, and then I had to convert it to 16mm, and then had it put onto videotape, and somewhere indoors, because I don't do it anymore, there is a DVD of all the stuff that I've done over the years. It's not like in my day, they just threw you in and they take anybody and train them up. Today, you need to have qualifications. You need to have a degree to even get in the door in most places now. Experience will come with working through work experience with companies. The problem is you don't get the experience unless you've got a job.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem. If you can't get a job, then you're never going to get the experience.
In conclusion, I have learnt that media freelancing is a hard-working 24/7 job and needs good organisational skills for processing admin paperwork, meeting deadlines, contact management and time management. Projects can take a varying amount of time to complete, so you should fix the terms for your own legal contracts. For example, by work completed, I could issue an hourly rate and decide how many hours to work in a day. Spending your first couple of years training through work experience in the industry will help you to gain contacts and connections and niche job opportunities. For example, the BBC offer training schemes and production apprenticeships. You can promote yourself through creative unions, freelance advertising websites such as starnow.co.uk, and media conferences with clients and competitors. Belonging to a union can help new freelancers to get a reasonable rate of pay, the correct specialised training, and opportunities to get into the filmmaking industry. Maintaining workflow counts on who you know, a good reliable reputation, and knowledge of the most current industry skills. To become a new freelancer, you need a professional filmmaking qualification or university degree, along with a portfolio of work to get work experience or a client job. For example, a BA Hons in television and radio at the University of Salford. Most people are freelancers as they have the opportunity to earn more money, work on different projects, and can make their own decisions as they aren't controlled by a company. But you must find a balance and not decline too many jobs, or you'll find yourself with no income. Creating a good reputation with a client will make them more likely to come back to you in the future. Using an accountant can help save you a lot of money and time on paperwork, especially with legal matters, national insurance, and income tax. As a freelancer, you need to provide your own private healthcare, and you can get advice from independent financial advisors or insurance brokers. You can take out an unemployment insurance to pay you when you have no work. In the future, I could create a limited company as a separate legal entity with myself as the employee to get more professional client work, but then I would be in charge of health and safety, admin, corporate governance, company accounting and banking, insurance, and personal salaries with tax returns.